What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nathanson the Dream, and we are back for yet another segment of Singles of the Week. This is a segment where I like to break down some of the newest tracks that have dropped this past weekend. I'm going to give you my thoughts on them, and I'm going to give them an official rating. Be sure to check them all for yourselves. They are all linked in the description down below. Let's get right into these new singles. We're going to kick it off with one of New York's finest, one of their best hip-hop artists to ever come out of there, AZ, with the track This Is Why. Going very smooth with the 90s R&B instrumentals, sounding like he hasn't aged a single day. This is that old head hip-hop. I don't see any new hip-hop listeners really enjoying this, nor giving it really a chance. It would kind of be shocking, especially if it was more of an obtuse listener that was into hip-hop. But if you're more open-minded, and obviously I can see you listening to this, and I can also definitely see you enjoying this. Granted, it isn't something that I would say is overwhelmingly impressive from AZ, but it works. And then we're going to move on to Poppy with the track Zig. I just did not care for this hook at all. I'll admit the distorted heavy guitars had me for a moment. They did have me for a very glimpse of the track, but I just think it's cringe, sadly. Like, not often where I don't enjoy me some Poppy, but I guess it's just a rare occasion. And then we got Conway with the Sheen out with One Tail on the track Brick by Brick. This sample is absolutely nuts. They do some mad intriguing shit on this. It's got this like low rumble twinkled with digi-arbs that have like this low pass filter on it. It mixes so well with these dark soft tones. Usually this is just too short for me, but I feel like this was in the sweet spot for lengths because this didn't overstay its welcome, nor did it feel like it was unfinished necessarily. Great abstract hip-hop. Then we got multi-instrumentalist jazz artists out of New York, Roy Nathanson and Nick Hakim on the track Tennessee Waltz. The bass and trebles off these two horns come off just so oddly with each other. They're so polar opposite in shape and just tone, but at the same time they are parallel with it. It's so weird. Like, they go well, but they're like so different. It's so interesting to observe while you're in the play, and it was also interesting to really make it sound like, I wasn't really sure if it was recorded live in a jazz club, but it's given that atmosphere with like the audience reaction and stuff, because they're not clapping at the end. So I'm just like, what the hell y'all not clapping for? This shit was rich. It was beautiful with the soul in here. It was an amazing piece of jazz music. So it's like a bit questionable. So I was like, I don't know if they just added that just for for cinema, just to give it a little bit of like some pizzazz, just give it that kind of characteristic of like being in there, maybe just a little bit of a theme that I'm not being noticed. I'm not sure, but like if this is actually live recorded, y'all tweet. This is fire. Then we got K-pop group SSERAFIM out with the track Perfect Night, singing this entire song in English. I really don't think it's anything to rave about, like, because the songwriting is pretty basic. Not much of the structure is really keeping this up or keeping you on your feet. Singing is decent though, but other than that, it's kind of a snooze. Then we got Health with the track Ashamed. Pretty neat industrial electropop fuses happening right here. It's got like a cyberpunk feel to it, still delivering that breathy vocal style. I found the chorus to be quite pleasant. Bass synthesizers have like this great dynamic to it. Also loving the noise crescendos on here. It's a good one. Then we got Ashnikko with the track Halloweenie 5, the Moss King. This gave me a run for my money. Like, I really like the hook on here. And most of all, I love how aggressive this thing really gets with noise transitional elements. It's very impressive when it comes to the sound design on here. It was very intense. Good work with the mixing mastering. This whole like sinister act with it though is pretty cringe. It does throw off a lot on the track. I just think it's, I don't know, that's kind of her just aesthetic and just her style of like, just, I don't know, of just acting. It's weird, but overall, I thought this was decent. Then we got Kid Cudi with the track Ill What I Bleed. Don't fret this much. Cudi's reverting back into that modern trap style with the song. It's definitely going to be appealing to most, but I just thought this was just lazy. It didn't uphold to any hype. I'm not enjoying new Kid Cudi lately. This is not that good to me. And then we got Serpent with Feet with the track Damn Gloves featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Yanga YaYa. A really slow and quiet track. It doesn't sound like it's like being like whispered to you or anything. It just sounds like the mix was just poorly developed. It didn't really cause the track to go anywhere. As a dance and R&B tune, there needed to be a lot more punch to this, a lot more progression, just a lot more flavor in general. There really isn't any in here. It's very vanilla. This is just way too tame for what it could have been, so it's gonna get the red. Moving on to City Girls with the track Flashy featuring Petras. I think this collab has chemistry for sure, but the beat is just way too generic for my liking. Like, this is just tough because I felt like in a dance genre these girls can really throw down with each other, but this is just not it. This beat is just very poor. No. And then we got the UK's punk band Yard Act coming out with the track Dream Job. Another one that I feel like it didn't do so bad in making some dance pop, especially with Yard Act, who has been one of my most like favorited, interesting bands to come out of the UK at the moment. They had really good moments, especially with the guitar work, but definitely needed more creative thought to make this more distinctive. So it's a bit in the middle for me. Then we got Green Day with the track The American Dream Is Killing Me. I normally do not care for this band ever, but this wasn't a bad listen to me. I thought it was okay. It's like got that like that classic 2000s pop punk feel to it, which I think their main audience is gonna adore. Good shreds on the guitar, and the pre-chorus is catchy. I'll handle it. It's not bad. And L.E. Choppa is also out with a new track this week. It's called We See You. This is booty. This is straight ass booty. Gucci Judy in the booty. This is super duper cringe. Poor reimagination of Limp's Funky Town. It's just not good. Moving on to Kid LAROI with the track What Just Happened. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was decent. Respectfully, I think the guy is a bit overrated. Not even to hate on him, just because of the mass appeal that he brings in, that he carries. I don't really understand it that much. I don't really resonate that much with his audience to really feel like he is really that guy. But melodically, this is good. You know, they're playing with a lot of autotune, of course, but it's good. It's very playful. It's vibrant. I'm gonna give the kid a green. Then we got house DJ MK taking out the track Take My Chance. Man, MK is coming out with some heat, because this was colorful. Super colorful, super punchy, very fun, standard yet elevated house pop and dance. It just goes to get you like wanting to shuffle your ass off. Like, you're gonna get up off of that damn seat and want to dance, because it's good. Moving on to Joyner Lucas with the track 24 Hours to Live. I thought Joyner went pretty hard on this for sure. I mean, it was very, very sharp, very quick, very deadly with his flows, but the beat style like this is like very freestyle like. It's just like one of those other things where it's like it didn't stand out well. Like, it just got like those like typical piano arps, striking bass moments, I will say. So I can't say it's completely generic. It really isn't. But like, first listen is just like, okay, he was spitting, but when you go back to it, it's like, I just don't care. So it's okay. And then we got Galantis with the track Dreamteam featuring Neon Trees. I am awfully disappointed with this one. Mind-numbingly rancid vocals. The singing is awful. It is not good. Way too giddy, which is their thing, but it doesn't work out. This is gone. Next, moving on to the Meridian brothers and Yimalá with the track No Puedo Más. Fantastic Colombian bass group. If you haven't heard of them yet, you should definitely check them out. They definitely do wonderful things in terms of fusing Latin music with a lot of the other things that really come off of experimental, electronic music, folk music. In this particular piece, they play with a really strong head-on focus with Peruvian cumbia, which I found to be fantastic. This is like, it's the smallest details with this particular band that really go a long way, because it's like sounds like this constant loop, but there's things going on trickling in the background, especially with transition points that really keep you in the mood. They really just grip on your attention the whole time. Just overall exceptional Latin music from these guys. It's very good. And then we're gonna move on to the track that I chose to react to this week from ILLENIUM, Excision, and Wooli. This is the cover of the Cranberries Zombie featuring Valerie, Broussard. Now, that video is not gonna be out yet, possibly because it got blocked, so I had to dispute it. And it most likely will not be out till Monday. I'm working on an edit right now to try to cut some of that out and see if that current edit is going to work out, and if they're going to have me being able to put the video out on Saturday night. So if it's out, cool. But if not, I'm still going to have it linked here at the very end of the video when it comes out. So be sure to check out the breakdown for my reaction. You're not going to want to miss it, because it is a good one. It is a really good one. I will say that. I know I say that all the time for my reactions. I do like that one, though. I do think that's a really, really good one to check out. So when it comes out, be sure to be ready with it. It will be linked at the very end of this video. And make sure, if you just want to make sure, be ready when it comes out, hit that bell. You're going to get the notification, and then you'll know immediately when it comes out. Here's the rating right now. It's going to get the green. Be sure to be ready to see why. But, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this week, the track that I chose to conclude this week's Singles of the Week, comes from Chelsea Wolfe Whispers in the Echo Chamber. Absolutely insane alt rock right here. Chelsea is just magnetic with her dark folk aesthetics on here, in case you haven't heard, because she really likes to work on like that. I guess they kind of in the core consider her a dark folk artist, but she just does so many things with rock music, electronic music, metal music in this particular song, but just endlessly incorporating many influences with their and psychedelic music as well. This is a very, very epic song, might I say. It's heavy metal mixed with that dark folk experience, but also psychedelic at the same time, because they're just some things that really just morph into each other, and the way it just transforms at points in the track where it just really comes off as euphoric. Like the presentation on here is just has such a heavy tension. It's so hard to explain. Tracks like this are the reason why they should be the winners for Singles of the Week, because they're just so unique, so profound, and this is just super dope, and that is why Chelsea Wolfe's Whispers in the Echo Chamber is the Single of the Week. And that is it for this week's Singles of the Week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go on and like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of these tracks. Do not forget to check them out for yourselves. They're all linked in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Deuces.